Hey there, I'm Chappie, and this is Sketching Out Lorcana. Hey guys, so a while back I went on Lorcana chats and talked with Chris, and when we were talking, we slightly mentioned the Illumineer's quest and how cool Deep Trouble was, and we kind of got into, just briefly what we'd like to see in future Illumineer's quests. I want to give a big thank you to Chris for being not only an awesome person in the community and just such a bright light and somebody that's so cool, but also for helping inspire this video I'm making. So, big shout out to Chris. Please go follow Lorcana Chats. His interviews are awesome and chill. I'll just be sitting at work or driving to work, and I'll pop them on just to give me something to listen to, and it's just real nice, relaxing. It's cool. He's awesome. So one thing I want to note before I get into these is I'm a big advocate for art rhyming. What I mean by that is kind of the formula that you followed in the original Illumineer's quest. My priority when creating these hypothetical Illumineer's quests is sticking to certain points that we saw in the first one. So, for example, a short, sweet name, something that kind of just rolls off the tongue, nothing like a crazy Kingdom Hearts world name or anything. Two, a Disney villain that challenges the Illumineers like a big bad. Three, a setting and theme. For Ursula, it was being, underwater, at the edge of Lorcana, stuff like that. And then also a consistent theme for the glimmers for the villains deck. So there's an emphasis in the first deck about them being entangled. And there's a lot of words that begin with that E-N. And that N kind of, with the words that I picked, it kind of symbolizes them being under control or being, something within those lines of being overtaken or under control. But yeah, I just wanted to highlight that stuff to kind of show you what I'm going for. But without further ado, let's dive into it. So my first one I came up with was what I thought would be like the most obvious to go with in the next Illumineer's quest, and that would be Elusive Blast. That would be a concept for Jafar's Illumineer's quest. The setting and theme would be pretty on point. It would be, corruptive Agrabah Palace, or maybe somewhere within the desert, or maybe even the Cave of Wonders. And the glimmers that are, within Jafar's rule are ensnared. They're under his hypnosis from his staff. I just felt like you could get something along the lines of the Basil that we saw within Shimmering Skies. I feel like having those sorts of characters getting ensnared by him, we could see the Sultan, maybe the Sultan of Agrabah. I just thought that'd be a cool starting off point. The next one, Divine Chaos, was one that I mentioned to Chris on Lorcana Chats, actually. It would be what we thought would be a cool Hades Illumineer's quest. Basically, it's set within the underworld. It's highlighting glimmers that have possibly, in their original canon, they might have passed away, and Hades is now taking the opportunity to use his otherworldly godlike powers over the underworld to resurrect them. So this would be like Mufasa, villains that have perished in the past, Sitka from Brother Bear, and the theme would be enlivened. That would be like the glimmer theme, since they're resurrected by Hades and they're brought back to life. So my next one was Evil Intent. This is kind of hinting at where the Evil Queen was kind of setting up a council of Evil Queens. So this would be the Evil Queen's Illumineer's Trove. Not Illumineer's Trove, Illumineer's Quest. And basically it would be within a courtroom in her castle or something. And instead of taking on one Evil Queen, you would take on multiple Evil Queens. Kind of like I'm trying to think of like, not the Avengers, but sort of like a Sinister Six from Spider-Man, like just taking on those sets of glimmers, and there could be multiple evil queens in the deck, but for cards that weren't the evil queen, they could be enamored, meaning they were charmed by kind of the head evil queen. So you could have glimmers that are easily encharmed, sort of like the glimmers from the Jafar hypothetical I made, just something along the same lines. So these next three are sort of, they're special. I'll go with the next one that I think we haven't had any like little hints or anything like we've had with the others concerning, you know, possible plots to take over, but I think it would be a failing on my part if I didn't come up with an Illumineer's quest. I almost said Illumineer's Trove again. An Illumineer's quest for Maleficent. Disney loves Maleficent. They love using her. She's like literally the mistress of all evil, so it's a matter of time before she sets something up and starts her rule of Thorn. So, like I said, villain would be Maleficent. The setting and theme would be a little different, so you would have a medieval landscape trapped by fields of briars. And the glimmers, instead of being under her control, she's created the glimmers. So these would be enchanted glimmers. So they would be conjured from the thorns and kind of craft themselves from the thorns and come after you and fight you. So you could have like a thorny Maleficent monstrous dragon, or a thorny little Abu or a beast or something along those lines. I think that would be an awesome concept to go with. So for the next one, I wanted to bring up a villain that we haven't even gotten in Lorcana yet, because I feel like something that'd be cool was if they introduced a Glimmer as a Illumineer's Quest baddie. Like, what if they set this up to where, you know, we've kind of wondered where he is as far as the lineup of villains go, and he's such an iconic villain. That's Shan Yu. I feel like it would be cool if, for them to introduce Shan Yu, they have him come in through an Illumineer's Quest called Cruel War. He'd be the focus of it. It'd be set within a mountainscape that's getting trodden down by torrential blizzards. And his would be a little different in the fact that with his deck, his glimmers would be enraged, which basically they would be kind of, you know, Shan Yu's got this aura about him, this anger. I'll always remember watching the previews for Mulan when I was super, super little. And in each of the commercials, they would have that scene where he's popping out of the snow and like shouting and yelling. So it's always made me associate Shan Yu with rage. So I think it'd be cool if in his Illumineer's Quest, if he was just so angry and mad, and the glimmers with him are just influenced by that overwhelming rage, and they become enraged as well. I just think that would be an awesome concept. And finally, last but not least, y'all know I had to go to my boy, my favorite baddie, my favorite guy, Scar. Scar so deserves an Illumineer's Quest, and I'll buy like 50 of them when they come out. So my concept for a Scar Illumineer's Quest would be called Reign of Fire. So it'd be the focus on Scar. The setting would be within a savanna, and the savanna's just on fire. There's an emphasis on Pride Rock. It's just like, you know, like I've got in this graphic here. There's an emphasis on Pride Rock being overwhelmed by the flames. And that being a big part of this set is just all of the flames. And I really want to bring to light, my inspiration for this was the Scar Fiery Usurper from the initial set. And just, I feel like Scar has like this slight association with fire that's just really fascinating to me. So his Glimmer theme would be along the same lines. His glimmers would be engulfed, which would be, they are fiery and like magma versions of glimmers. So you would have like Magma Gaston or Magma Maui, or a Maleficent on fire, something like that. I think that would be sick. But these glimmers are consumed by Scar's flames of ambition. He's just so dead set on ruling Lorcana that these flames that he's conjured have taken over these glimmers and put them under his control, just because he just has his sights so set on that goal. I just think that'd be cool. But yeah, these were the little Illumineers quests that I came up with. Just some ideas, nothing like super substantial in this video. I just thought it'd be cool to kind of yap about, hey, I like this idea, and yeah, it's, I mean, Ravensburger, if anybody from Ravensburger sees this, you can just take my idea, just steal it. You don't even have to credit me. Just in a lorecast or something, be like, this Epic Gamer Chappie actually came up with this idea. We think, we should have him arrested for stealing our. Don't listen to me. But anyway, I hope you guys like this video. Please make sure to subscribe and check out more videos that I come out with. We do this every other week, sometimes every week. I don't know what I'm saying. Don't listen to me. As I've said multiple times. But yeah, I'll catch you guys later. I'll see you real soon, and keep on questing until then. See you guys.